Sasha, how are you?
I'm good. How are
Good.
you? Of
I'm very, very well. Good to see you. Appreciate you jumping on, taking time out of your day
course.
to jump on with me today. Um, but let's dive right into it. I suppose for you, Sasha, like how much money did you make in your first month appointment setting?
In my first month of appointment setting, I made 3K this month.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mm,
3K
absolutely buzzing. Yeah.
first month. How does it feel?
It feels very surreal,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, but it's nice. I'll
Yeah.
say that. Like it's like a weight lifted. It's just, yeah, it's very, very nice.
Good. I'm very, very proud of you. Very happy for you. I heard some whispers about a potential move to somewhere sunny.
Yes, so that's the plan in the upcoming months.
Nice.
Hopefully get out of Ireland and move away somewhere in Spain.
Yeah.
Um, God knows for how long, but
Yeah.
that's the joy of the job, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be able to work as much as possible and then be able to enjoy the lifestyle while I'm there as well.
100%. I went out to Spain initially with that mindset too. I booked 1 month.
Mhm.
I don't know how long I'll be out here. It could be a month, and
Yeah,
I ended up never going home.
exactly.
So it's
Yeah.
definitely a very, very good first step. But yeah, Sasha. I mean, like just real quick. Do you want to give a quick little introduction to people who don't know you about who you are, what Sasha did before, what kind of job you were in, how much you were making, etc.
Yeah, so before I got into sales, I was in college and I was working in a gym for roughly about 3 years. And I was qualified, so I was a fitness instructor. And I was also running my own personal training business on the side. And I was roughly bringing in around 800 a month from the fitness instructor, like desk job alone.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I kind of started the PT hoping that it would give me the freedom that I now have,
Mm.
right? So obviously that didn't work out the way I hoped
Mm.
when it came to that freedom. So I was kind of searching for something else and obviously came across the sales. But yeah, I was working quite a lot, like full time during the summers. Obviously with college, I'd only work weekends. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah. Why did you get into high ticket sales in the first place? Like rather than just going down the traditional normal like 9 to 5 path like most people do.
I think for me, the biggest thing was I love being able to progress
Mm.
in life, if that makes sense. I'm always looking for something new to do and something new to try and just ways to kind of like always one up myself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I feel like I had been seeing sales for so long, like circulating on Instagram, like I'm sure like everybody sees it everywhere, right? But I just wasn't too sure on what was actually on the other end of it.
Yeah.
So that kind of I never really saw it as a real path. Like I thought about it so much.
Really.
Like I see it, like I said, I see it all the time. So it was in my head a lot,
Yeah.
but I never actually saw it as like a valuable real path
Mm.
until obviously I came across you and then I decided to take the risk and here we are.
Yeah. How long were you thinking about it before you actually like dove in?
Oh God. I think no, I was definitely thinking about it for about a good year. I'd
Wow.
like to say like I knew about it for longer than that, but like consistently thinking about it, seeing it, like all that was for a year.
Wow. Definitely a long time, right?
hmm
I suppose obviously you did it now and look where you are now, right? Your first month appointment setting 3K. Why did you choose high ticket sales as the kind of vehicle to get you from where you are, working a 9 to 5, like not enjoying it, wanting more freedom to actually give you the pathway to now looking at actually moving away to Spain?
Yeah, so sales really stood out to me because obviously the lifestyle that everybody had in sales is great. However, I noticed like a recurring pattern where everybody that was in sales had like an amazing mindset and they were very driven and work orientated. And until I actually stepped into it myself, I
Mm.
didn't understand the extent of that because I obviously started PT as with hopes of getting to where I am now
Yeah.
with PT, and obviously that didn't happen. So um, like from starting sales, it's completely changed me as a person. Like it changes how you think, how you see the world, how people's brains work, like society, like all of it. It's like actually insane even thinking about it because it sounds crazy saying it that, oh, like this sales job is going to do all this for your mindset and change your lifestyle, but it's actually like drastic. And like if you were to compare my discipline or my determination or anything like that to before I started sales, and this is only going back what like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
I'm two completely different people. Like it's
Really.
insane. Like
Yeah.
I yeah, it's just
Wow.
such a weight lifted off your shoulders with sales, I find.
Really. What
Mhm.
weight do you feel like was lifted?
Pressure or stress
Mm.
would be what I would use to describe that. Because for me, the biggest thing was being told to be somewhere or having to be somewhere for a certain time and not having my own life as my
Yeah.
own. I hated that. And I
Yeah.
always told myself that I'm not spending the rest of my life living to pursue somebody else's dream, if that makes sense. Like me
Yeah.
working where I was working, I'm pursuing the owner's dream, right?
Yeah.
So I always told myself, like, why would I waste my life doing that? So like since then, I've like dedicated to being like, my life is mine and I'm going to make sure that what I do will be my own choice. So sales obviously can allow that to you like drastically, like your days are your own, and that having that level of control over your life is very peaceful
Yeah.
because you don't have that weight hanging over you. You're not like stuck for time in the sense, does that make
Yeah,
sense?
for
Like
sure.
it's that freedom that just
It does.
lifts
Yeah.
the weight.
Absolutely. It's like one thing that I noticed about getting into sales was you can go make a coffee when you want to make a coffee. You can go for a walk when you
Exactly.
want to go for a walk, right?
Yeah.
You can take an hour, 2 hour break when you want to take a break, not when you're
Hmm.
told or to take a
Yeah.
break. And just
Exactly.
having that kind of freedom of choice,
Mm.
it gives you a sense of freedom,
Yeah.
right? The freedom doesn't necessarily mean the Lamborghinis, the boat
No.
parties, all these. Freedom just means having control, right?
Hmm.
And being able to do what you want when you want. So I love that. And in terms of like mindset, right? Because like a lot of times people struggle with their mindset when they're working a 9 to 5 because they have no kind of like passion or no like drive or they're not working towards anything that makes them feel fulfilled. You going from a position from working the 9 to 5 to now in online sales, making money online, and replacing that full-time income that you did have. How do you feel like your mindset has changed?
It's definitely a lot more disciplined, and I would like to use the word realistic as well, and I'll explain why
Okay,
I say
interesting.
realistic. Because before sales, and I'm sure like you can relate to this as well, Kyle, like the limiting beliefs, all the stuff you tell yourself day to day when it comes to, oh, that's not going to work out, and just having that mindset of like not being able to do the things you want to do because you feel like it's not going to work out, or anything along the lines of that. I know that can be very broad, but that is what drastically changed for me.
Mm.
And when you can get past those beliefs, like everything opens up.
Yeah,
And that's what kept me stuck for so long. And that's what kept me stuck and thinking about it for a year, you know?
yeah,
So like now I have so much more opportunities no matter what level I'm at because my mindset is different. Like I
yeah.
can do anything I want to do now because I know it's possible.
Of course you can. Of course you can,
Exactly.
Sasha. Let's go.
But like it's just
It
like your brain works against you and like
does.
it will constantly work against you until you are aware of it. And
Yeah,
sales is the one thing that like presented that to me on like a silver platter. And it's like
yeah,
you what your brain tells you is not true
yes.
at all.
Yes. Do you know what? It fires me up that you said that because it's so, so true, right?
Mm,
Um, your mindset doesn't change when you make 10K a month, right?
mm,
Your mindset changes when you decide to take the first step and actually
yeah.
decide that, do you know what? Let me just do something now. Let me just
Hmm.
take a bet myself. Let me just actually try. Um, so that's awesome. And obviously, like you've seen it yourself, right? You told me when you first came to me, like that there's, hundreds of sales coaches out there, right?
Yeah.
What made you decide to come to me, get coached from me, rather than like just going elsewhere to another like another mentor?
Mm. Honestly, Kyle, the biggest thing is that your situation was very familiar.
Okay.
And what you had described, like your story and everything, it's not too far fetched from like
Mm,
any other normal person in Ireland,
yeah.
right? So that I feel like a lot of people really crave that familiarity when it comes to choosing
Yeah.
someone for a
Yeah.
mentorship. And that's what did it for me because
Yeah.
it's not like I would see a lot of people in the US and stuff, and I obviously didn't know their background, but you're very transparent about it all.
Yeah.
And that to me just proved a lot of like credibility and trust.
Yeah.
Plus, like when you get to know when I got to know you, you genuinely give a shit. Like genuinely give a shit and you
Yeah.
will bend over backwards to help somebody
Yeah.
if you have to. Like, and that's
Absolutely.
exactly what you need in a mentor, especially
Yeah.
with sales. Like,
Yeah.
honestly.
I, I tried not to smile there, but I couldn't hold it in. I appreciate it, Sasha. I really
No
do.
problem.
And you know what? Like, yes, I give my all towards you, but you give your all towards this. And it's like what I say to everybody that comes in here is if you give me 49%, you're going to become successful because I give you the 51, right? And that's why I placed you onto a role directly because you are somebody who came in, you showed up, you asked me questions when you were unsure. You showed up to pretty much every single call. I think there might have been one or two that you might have missed, but you still
Yeah.
texted me to say that you were missing it.
Yeah.
And it's just that much drive to change and actually change your life. There's no way that you're not going to succeed, right? So no, again, I really do appreciate that. And obviously, before coming to me and actually getting started with this, you said that you were thinking about it for a year, right?
Mm.
What was the hesitation?
If it was gonna work.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
interesting. And then you came across me. Was there any hesitation before, like taking the step with me and jumping into to be coached by myself? Was it still that bit of hesitation and you just said to yourself, "Let me just try," or like was that hesitation gone?
No, it was definitely there.
Okay,
And look, I could sit here and say it wasn't, but like obviously it was,
yeah,
right? Like I did obviously in the back of my head think, what if this doesn't work out? Like what if I'm putting like investing into this and it's just like a waste, like all these like negative thoughts. And because I had obviously been a PT for three
Mm.
years and had these other qualifications, it was like, what am I doing changing career paths? Like, does that make sense? Like, I just
Yeah,
like, what if this doesn't work out? And then like I have to just kind of leave it and I just go back to doing that full time. Like, it was a little bit of like embarrassment as well surrounding if it didn't work out.
yeah,
So
yeah,
luckily, I am the type of person that can kind of have that in the back of my head, but still do it regardless and
yeah.
still just try it. Because I mean, worst case scenario, you learn something. Best
Mm.
case scenario, it changes your fucking life. So it was just like a no-brainer. And
Yeah.
with sales, I feel like has a lot to do with communication and speaking to people.
Mm.
So whether I actually made a career out of it, I'm a better communicator. I can speak to people better and stuff like that. And I love that side of it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, 100%. Like the doubts are there. And I feel like they'll always be there no
Mm.
matter what stage you're at.
Yes.
It's just about learning and adapting at how to quiet them and not give them too much time. Because if you give
Yeah.
them too much time, it's like watering a seed, like they say, you know? So,
100%. Absolutely. How I look at it is it's like you can let that hesitation overcome you,
mhm,
or you can overcome the hesitation, right?
exactly.
Only one side of that scenario gets you to the life that you desire.
Hmm.
And it's that kind of scenario of, overcoming the fear, overcoming the hesitation rather
Yeah.
than it overcoming you. So I
Yeah.
suppose like I'm sure there are a lot of people who like are thinking the same way that you are at the start and like
Hmm.
thinking about it for a year, maybe a bit of hesitation. Maybe somebody's watching this video and they're thinking about coming in and investing into themselves to get a mentor and ultimately come in here and try change their life, right?
Hmm.
With somebody who has that hesitation, if you were to speak to them right now, like what would you say?
Trust yourself because one, trust yourself to do it anyway. But trust yourself because if you're investing into something, right, what makes you think if you put in the work and if you do everything that is necessary to succeed, why wouldn't it work out? And like you need to have a little bit of faith in yourself with that too. Because it's like most people, like you've gotten yourself and you've hit goals in the past. You've probably like what finished school, gone to college. If you can do that, what makes this be the one thing that isn't going to work out for you? Like take the chance. Worst case scenario, like I said, you learn something. Best case scenario, it changes your life and you love it. But either way, at the end of the day, you're going to learn something from it. Whether you find out that sales is the thing you're looking for and the thing that you have been looking for, like it was for me. And if not, then you know it's not for you. But at least you
Yeah.
don't spend your whole entire life thinking what if,
Yes.
because the potential of sales and where it can get you, I feel like it's too much not to miss out on, or at
Yeah.
least try it once.
100% for sure. No, I love that. It's like the best case scenario, you change your life. The worst case
Mm.
scenario is you're in the exact same position that you're in right now. You
Yeah,
know,
just go back to a 9 to 5.
for
Those
sure,
jobs don't go anywhere. Like
for sure.
you're not wasting your life. You're not being stupid. Don't care what
Yeah,
other people think because it's your
yeah,
own life. Plus, you don't even have to tell anyone if you don't want to.
yeah. Exactly,
So
100%. Yeah, absolutely. And then lastly, Sasha, I suppose like what's the kind of the goal for you over the next 6 months now, right? Like you've had your first month appointment setting, you've hit 3K comms, comms meaning commission, of course. 6 months time, where does Sasha want to be?
6 months time, Sasha will be making 10K a month closing. Closing is the goal next. So constantly moving up and progressing in that sense
Nice.
and moving out of Ireland definitely for sure. And
Yeah.
traveling around when I can, where I can, working from everywhere, just literally living such an abundant life, really.
Yeah, I love that. And I've got no doubt you're gonna get there, Sasha. You've come in, you've applied yourself, you put in the work. And like I said before, right, like you've done your 49%.
Mhm.
And I've got no doubt that you're gonna get there. I'm very, very excited to see you blossom into that 10K month closer. And I'll be here with you every single step of the way to make sure that you do it. So keep killing it. Very, very proud of you. Well done to
Thank
you.
you.
And yeah, we'll speak soon.
Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate it.